This is the Indian government's 60-day disaster that killed India's recycling revolution. Welcome to day 5 of 100 days of sector snippets. It all started when the government announced that every beverage company in India, Pepsi, Coke, Bisleri, must use 30% recycled plastic in their PET bottles starting from April 2025. And not just any recycled plastic, it has to be food grade, which means it needs to be safe for drinks and food and has to be approved by FSSAI, India's food regulator. During this, the market went crazy and plastic recycling companies became the next multi-bagger thing. But here's the crack in the story. To meet the 30% requirement, FMCG and beverage companies needed about 3.5 to 4 lakh tons of food grade rPET every year. But India only had 1.5 lakh tons of approved capacity. We had another 1.5 lakh tons, but that was stuck waiting for the food regulator's approval. So, assuming that the demand is going to skyrocket, the plastic recyclers went all in. Companies like Ganesh Ecosphere tripled their capacity, and like Nupur Recyclers launched an IPO just to build more plants. Industry wide, over 7,500 crores were invested in this new recycling capacity. 2 million rack pickers were deployed to collect bottles. Everybody was betting on this new government mandate. It was only the beverage companies that panicked. They complained to the government that they cannot meet the deadline because there is just not enough approved capacity of this recycled plastic and they will be fined for something that is impossible to achieve. So the government heard them and changed its mind. In June 2025, the government issued an amendment. Can't meet the 30% target? No problem. You can carry forward the shortfall over the next 3 years. Overnight, the beverage companies stopped buying recycled plastic. And because this food grade recycled plastic was way more expensive than fresh capacity, they thought, why not just delay it? The impact was brutal. Recycled plastic prices crashed 50%. The recycled plants that were built are now running at just 40 to 50% capacity, and so many of them are sitting idle. Companies like Ganesh Ecosphere saw a 25% volume drop in just 1 quarter, and the 2 million rack pickers that were employed saw their daily earnings cut in half. This is a classic policy execution failure. An extremely aggressive deadline to build an entirely new supply chain, no capacity check before announcing the mandate, and then a U turn that killed the momentum. The lesson for investors is that policy mandates are not automatic multi baggers. Sometimes the biggest risk is not market's volatility, it's the government's mood swings.